Welcome, racing fans, to the hallowed hills of North Carolina. Tonight, we are live at the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway for the high-stakes season finale of the Phillips Wraps and Graphics Late Model Tour. My name is Johnny Rapp, and I am joined in the Slingshot TV booth tonight by Jimmy Moore and Justin Wilson. This isn't just any short track. It's a 0.6 of a mile cathedral of speed that helped birth the sport we all know and love. From its dirt track origins in 1947, where Fonty Flock took the inaugural win, to the modern-day racetrack revival, this asphalt has seen it all. Tonight, our drivers follow in the tire tracks of Titans. This is the house where the king, Richard Petty, reigns supreme with an incredible 15 victories, where Darrell Waltrip mastered the Wilkes with 10 wins, and where Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator himself, battled for each and every inch of its unique uphill-downhill terrain. Just as Jeff Gordon closed a chapter of history here in 1996 and Christopher Bell captured the All-Star glory just last year, our field is ready to write their own legend. One race, one champion, and the weight of decades of history. The engines are fired and the sun is setting over Wilkes County, and the championship is on the line. Well, now it's time to head trackside for the playing of the national anthem. All right, we are back here live from North Wilkesboro, and before we get things going here, we got a couple things to talk about. We're going to take a look at our points heading into the last race of the season. Right now, Kyle Terzak is the points leader, 27 points ahead of Braxton DeWeese, but I believe Kyle cannot make it tonight because of tornado warnings and his power is out. Wishing him the best.
He has reconnected to the server, Johnny. He is reconnected.
I was just going off of his message in the Discord, but yeah, either way, hoping he's safe. But yeah, things are coming right down to it, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've had great battles throughout the field. Kyle Terzak has certainly had a chance to run away with this thing pretty much all season, but you know, a little further on down, we've got some great battles going on, particularly the battle for fourth right now, really close. You've got 11 points right there. We just got an update from Kyle Terzak that he is actively under a tornado watch. They had a tornado close to his house, so he is going to be taking it easy. Hoping that his internet doesn't cut out. I don't know about you. I'd probably prioritize hiding from the tornado, but some people are just so dedicated to their craft. But anyways, moving on to our stories tonight from North Wilkesboro. Justin, you got our stories for us tonight?
Well, of course. I mean, there's stories that pretty much the same each week in and week out. Main thing is going to be track position. This track with the kind of repave that it does have. It does open up the opportunity for multi-lane racing, but that bottom lane is going to be dominant. So track position is going to be very key. Obviously, managing your tires. We see that week in and week out. The left or the right rear or that right front will be burning up, especially those drivers that are very, very aggressive on their entries and exit. But those who take care of their cars early on the race, like we've seen Terzak and DeWeese do all season long, will see themselves up front. But moving on to 3, the possible surprises, given that this is the last race of the season. I mean, everybody's going to throw everything they can to beat the 2 people that have only had, 3 people that had a win this season, between Braxton, Kyle, and Jacob Phillips. Right? Jacob Phillips won the first race of the season, if I recall correctly. So we've only had 3 winners this season. Will we see a 4th?
Yeah, and that leads right into that final point. What are you willing to do? It all comes down to this: your last chance to win one of these late model races in this season. And yeah, we could see a surprise winner, or I mean, hey, we could see the classic battles that we've seen all season long between Braxton and Kyle. And Chris French has been knocking on the door of a win all season long as well. And yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, we certainly are, gentlemen. It's going to be a great show tonight. We got about a minute left in the warm-up here. You guys want to bring in a driver for a conversation really quick? I got my eye on someone.
Absolutely.
Well, you're not asking us then if you already got somebody lined up.
Well, I just got it teed up. I wanted to get your consent first. Consent is important. Bringing in now Benson Weaver, the driver of the #1 Undercut and Overheard podcast. Chevy Camaro, Benson Weaver, last race of the season. UNO Championship Week. How you feeling, buddy?
Well, Aiden told me how to set a good one-lap speed, and I did that, and I qualified 3rd of every, of the qualifiers, which is pretty good. But I don't really know if I've got the race speed, and so I'll just have to see how that plays out. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't raced on this version of the North Wilkesboro. Raced a lot on the old version, but not on the new paved one, so have to see how this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Benson, it's been a good season so far. Not necessarily probably the result you've wanted. I think you've been in the air twice this season. Talk about this season and what you've made of it so far.
I mean, I feel like I've ran pretty well, but I haven't gotten hardly any good finishes and everything. A lot of races, run decent, run even pretty good, a couple of them, and end up wrecked and race over, which is pretty sucky. Yeah, I haven't been awfully slow, but I've had pretty bad finishes all season, so I'll try to turn that around tonight.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Benson. We're running through our starting grid here, but best of luck to you tonight in that UNO machine. We'll talk about contract negotiations and what you got to do next season to get that back later. Best of luck to you. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, man. That kid hurts my wallet. Anyway, you've seen your starting grid scrolling through here tonight. Much of the same so far. Kyle, Terzak, Braxton, DeWeese, your fastest qualifiers, working our way on back. Johnny, what are we looking for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to run through this real quick. With the invert, Robert Probst is going to start first in that number 5. Devin Jack in second. We have first race winner of the season, Jacob Phillips starting in 3rd, Benson Weaver 4th, Aiden Neese in 5th, Braxton DeWeese in 6th, Ryan Hinkle in at number 21 in 7th place, James Danforth in 8th. We have Jacob Nickerson in the 35 starting in 9th, with Dylan Potts on his outside, Cam Gillens in the 07 starting 11th, Kyle Terzak in 12th, and rounding out the field is going to be Chris French.
Well, boys, it's been a pleasure all season to be here with you guys. I know you guys have had just as much fun as I had. As we work our way through the final couple pace laps, hopefully, to start this race, just want to thank Slingshot Racing for putting this on, and Slingshot TV for bringing us in to call this race for you guys. We love doing it every week. We're excited to be here. But lights are out on the pace car. We're getting ready to go green for the final race of the season at North Wilkesboro. We've got 125 laps ahead of us, and I hope that it's a good one for you guys. Pace car making its way down the back stretch. Going to leave the field in the hands of Robert Groves with Devin Jack on his outside. Let's see here, we are getting ready to get going as they make their way out of turn 4. And the green flag is out. Robert Groves with a hell of a jump there. Gets well forward and falls to the back. He must have an EOL or something that we didn't know about. All right, Devin Jack's going to inherit the lead on that with Jacob Phillips inside of Benson Weaver for second. Ryan Hinkle nearly spinning down the backstretch there. That was close. Side-by-side action for the lead. Jacob Phillips, Devin Jack on the high side. Jacob Phillips on the bottom trying to make it worse. Aiden Meets there in third with Benson Weaver and Braxton DeWeese behind. Working their way through turns 1 and 2 right now. Devin Jack trying to power around the outside of Jacob Phillips. This is exactly what Devin Jack needed. Get away, try to get clear, and start running away. We know Devin Jack's had great speed all season, just hasn't quite been able to capitalize on it. Been stuck in some incidents that weren't necessarily of his own doing, but, you know, it's just part of racing.
We can see that inside line prevailing, though. Jacob Phillips gets up to the lead, and, man, we see that car all over the place sideways trying to make it happen. So far, so good for the driver at number 56. Side-by-side back here with Devin Jack and Braxton DeWeese for third place.
Yeah, they're all coming off turn 2. Braxton DeWeese might get him cleared going into the corner here, and does. Now Kyle Terzak looks to follow through to make his way up into the top 4. Devin Jack's going to... Seems like he's just going to let Terzak get around him there. Try to fall in line here. No, not quite. Going to stick it around the outside to see if he can make that work now. Benson Weaver behind, looking to make it work as well. Single file now. First battle on the track. Looks to be... No, Chris French has gotten it sorted out there with Ryan Hinkle. The game right now... Oh, hard into the wall goes Dylan Potts on the outside of Chris French there. Doesn't look like a lot of damage. Hopefully that race car's okay. Long way ahead of these guys. Be very inconvenient to have damage this early.
We're going to ride on board with Dylan Potts here, heading down the front stretch. A couple top 5s this season. We've seen him, he's had some strong runs, just some poor luck at the end of these races. And yeah, right now he's got a lot of spots to claw his way back up to get another top 5 or potentially fight for this win. But yeah, right now with that contact, falling off a little bit from Chris French in that 9th position, and definitely got to regroup.
Yeah, you're certainly right there. So, Justin, if you're Braxton or Kyle here, how much are you pushing the issue? How quickly do you want to try to get to the lead?
Well, track position always been key here. Is right in front of Braxton, we got contact for the lead. But, yeah, if I'm Braxton, knowing that Terzak has already drove from 12th, he's up to 4th right behind Braxton, I'd be trying to attack right away.
Yeah, side-by-side battle for the lead here. Aiden Neese and Jacob Phillips, as Jacob Phillips continues to hold off Aiden Neese for the time being. Aiden, very quick, hasn't been here all season, but when he's been here, he's shown sparks of speed when he's able to keep the nose clean. Showing that again, that he is one of those guys that can contend for race wins here, as they are stacking up behind Jacob Phillips here. It seems like Terzak, DeWeese, Neese, they're all being held up, as Braxton DeWeese looks to get to the inside of Aiden Neese. Not quite able to do it on this occasion, as Kyle Terzak shoots to the inside of Braxton DeWeese, not quite able to get there. Braxton nearly using the nose there on the back bumper and Neese, trying to make something happen, but they're all log jammed behind Jacob Phillips.
Yeah, it was a bit of a moment there. It looked like they were about to go 3 wide, but right now, all filed in line. Jacob Phillips still holding on to that lead after fending off the likes of Aiden Neese. It's like Braxton's
to the inside, Braxton DeWeese. Aiden Neese up out of the groove. Looks like he's going to let these guys go, fall in line a little bit here. Yeah, just said, I don't feel like dealing with this pressure right now. I'm going to let these faster guys go, and I'll just follow them through. Smart racing out of Aiden Neese there. We've talked all season in the races that he's been here about him potentially getting a little over his head, but that was some good heads-up driving. Now we see Braxton DeWeese here chasing down the leader, Jacob Phillips. And Kyle Terzak right in tow. Jacob Phillips, you'll remember, won the season opener this season. Has been consistent all season, just hasn't quite gotten the finishes they need, but he's consistently got top 5 pace. As Kyle Terzak gets to the inside of Braxton DeWeese, your championship leader is not waiting, not just taking the points for starting the race and winning the championship. He wants to go out here and show why he won this championship tonight. So he's going to try to work his way around the bottom here. They are side by side down the backstretch. Terzak Shoots it into the inside there. Now going to get to the inside of Jacob Phillips. Might make it 2 for 1 in one turn. Coming off of turn 4 to the start-finish line. Give the advantage to Jacob Phillips for the moment, but Aiden Neese, hard charge on the bottom. Runs him up the track in 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Jacob Phillips nearly sideways off the corner there, as they are still side-by-side down the back. Aiden Neese, Kyle Terzak's going to get to the lead here. Jacob Phillips way up out of the groove. Braxton DeWeese is going to look to get by now to the inside of Jacob Phillips, with Aiden Neese right behind trying to capitalize.
Yeah, good little battle here inside the top 5. Man, Phillips led a lot of that race early on here, but he's falling back a little bit. Right now, just got to get back in line, get those tires back under him, and yeah, you got to be patient here. A lot of laps in this final leg of the PWG Triple Crown here, and yeah, it's easy to burn these tires up, so.
It certainly is. It certainly is. We've got a few players here that we're not used to tonight as well. We've got Cam Gillens and Jacob Nickerson back here in the field tonight. Not our usual entrance, but we love having a little bit more competition. It's just in front of those guys. I saw a side-by-side battle. Is that Dylan Potts and Ryan Hinkle that I saw side-by-side? I think it is. Look at these two side-by-side. Dylan Potts on the bottom trying to get by Ryan Hinkle. Ryan Hinkle way up out of the groove, as he's got Jacob Nickerson behind him trying to get through as well. Hinkle's going to slot in. They're all running the high side here at the back of the pack. The guys at the front still seem to be pretty glued to the bottom. It's interesting to see. I'm sure that's going to put a little more wear on that right front. The battle for... Sorry, Johnny.
If the car is a little loose compared to your normal North Wilkesboro setup. We see the 21 coming in the pit road here. I wonder if that is a tire strategy or if he had an issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. That's going to be interesting to see. Try to get a camera shot. There we go. Looks like he's just parked that thing. I don't know. Maybe he needed to go to the bathroom. It happens to the best of us.
Flag. I'm not sure for what.
Yeah, I was actually going to see, Justin, do you have any idea what happened to Ryan Hinkler or maybe even Robert Brobst?
Yeah, definitely looking into what's going on. I know Robert Brobst got a black flag right off of the get-go. It looks like he jumped at the start and had a drive-through penalty, and Ryan Hinkle just got tagged for speeding under pit road. So, yeah, it looks like probably had a little emergency there and needed to get off the track there because he's still sitting there on the road.
Very weird. So you say Robert Brooks had a jump to start penalty.
I'm putting 2 to 2 together. He did have a drive-through penalty, so that's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe see if you can get down there and talk and get on the radio, see what's going on with him maybe, while we capitalize on this battle for second place that we've got going on right now.
Oh, we got a car around.
Benson Weaver. Gosh dang it, Benson.
Oh. Contact there.
Late contact. Looks like maybe...
Dylan Potts came in hot.
You guys break that down. I'm going to see if I can sort out what happened to Robert Brooks.
Oh, they were close there. Yeah, it looks like they kind of just met in the middle of the track there, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like maybe French maybe missed the corner just a little bit, washed up. You can see he was sideways, maybe trying not to make that contact, but
yeah,
definitely too late. Get it on board with Benson here. Maybe.
Thought about it.
We got the wrong camera going here. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get that. All right, just bear with me here as we there we go. We're gonna be on board with Benson. You see that 53 on the inside, and it's kind of. Yeah, we see that late incident too, not knowing where to go, and kind of just barely taps him. I don't think that's going to add too much to his damage toll, but right now everybody's back under pacing. See the number 5 getting that lucky dog after his penalty.
Yeah, and I did talk to Robert Brobst. He confirmed on the radio, along with a myriad of curse words, that he did in fact jump the start. That was just him making a mistake there. It happens to the best of us, and Robert Brobst. So he's going to have to recover from that. But getting the lucky dog, get back on the lead lap, he can recover from that, surely. As a true B Weaver, I am heartbroken, but, you know, it happens to the best of us. We'll be all right. Benson's going to capitalize. He'll be okay. Yeah, a little too early to take tires, right, Justin?
Huh? Oh, you done talking about Weaver? Yeah, it's a little too early to be talking about. A little too early to be talking about tires right now. I think if these guys are going to pit, it's going to be around halfway if we have a yellow. But tire wear probably isn't, you know, as severe as it is on a lot of other tracks. It's a fairly repaved track, so tire wear won't be too bad here.
Right, well, side by side, lights are out on the pace car. Field going to be in the hands of Kyle Terzak, as we've seen numerous times this season. We also know that Braxton DeWeese has shared that front row with him plenty of times. Let's see where we get coming out of turn 4 here. In the restart zone. No jump starts here. Kyle Terzak gets a great launch out of the box. It's going to be clear of Braxton DeWeese, leaving Aiden Neese and Braxton battle it out for second. On the inside, Aiden Neese. Braxton DeWeese around the outside, wrecking out back. Dylan Potts around. Robert Brokes at a stop. Not sure what happened there. We'll have to get a replay and see what's going on.
Yeah, we see everybody's bunched up here for this restart. See the 5 out of 2. And you have to check up for Chris French there, and yeah, just a late reaction from the 5. Kind of
the old domino effect.
Yeah, we see a time.
That was a heck of a checkup there.
There we go. On board with Robert. You can see it all happened right in front of you here.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
checkup.
That's just a big checkup. Really unfortunate for Robert Brokes. Not what he wanted to see. I'm sure that car's got a little bit of damage. I don't know how bad it is. Hopefully Robert's able to get back out and continue.
Well, Ryan Hinkle needs that to happen a good 3 more times, and he'll be back on the lead lap.
Looks like he's getting one of those laps back now, going around the outside here. Man, I can never get over his Mountain Dew paint jobs. Always my favorite looking car on the track.
They're gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Hinkle had to tinkle, but he's working his way back to the lead lap now. He'll be back up there in no time with the way this race is going.
See, Robert got some of that damage fixed. It looks like he's going to... Did he not beat the pace car out? He might be losing a lap here.
Oh, my goodness. Bad to worse for Robert Brokes. Just cannot catch a break tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Not at all. I think while we have a minute here, we're going to... are they coming to 1 to green? Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, I think they are.
Anyway, type in chat if you want to win a free pack of trading cards. We give those away every week. It's a great time. Just interact with us. I'm sure Justin will come up with some fun way to give it away to you guys later as the race progresses. We still got, 90-something laps to go. So, not anytime soon, but we'll get there.
What are you talking about? The winner tonight is whoever in the chat says the nicest things about our commentators.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. These 3 people in particular need more people to hype our egos up, Justin. That'd be great.
Yes, sir.
Pace car is off field coming through 3 and 4. Kyle Terzak, great restart again. Gets well clear of Braxton DeWeese. Aiden Neese side by side with Braxton. Through 1 and 2, chases him up the track a little bit. Off the high side goes Braxton DeWeese, with Aiden Neese slotting into 3rd. Now Braxton's going to try to chase down Kyle Terzak. That's been the story of the entire season. Braxton DeWeese chasing down Kyle Terzak. Side-by-side battle here between James Danforth and Devin Jack. That is for the 5th position. Devin Jack on the inside trying to wrap the bottom. James Danforth trying to get the run off the top. Devin sends it to the bottom of 3 and 4. Might get clear here, and he does. Great move by Devin Jack to move himself into the top 5, as now James Danforth potentially looks to go back at him. Not quite able to get there on this occasion. These guys have mostly single-filed themselves out now. They need to log some laps here. A lot of racing ahead of these guys. It's going to be really important to get some good runs in. That way we don't kill the tires too much. Just get it in, run the laps. We get a caution I mean, how early would you pit, Justin, if there's a caution? What is the earliest lap that you would consider taking tires?
Well, probably foot lap 50, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm really watching this number 8 machine. The last 2 laps, he's put down the fastest lap of the session, hitting an 18.890, and he is right on that 15.
Yeah, he is. Look at Braxton DeWeese, came to play in the last race. Right on his bumper as they go into 3 and 4. Kyle Terzak said before the race that he was going to try to take it easy because of the tornadoes in his area, but he's certainly not showing it tonight. He's right at the front where he always is, and now he's got Braxton DeWeese, his championship rival, trying to show him that he got lucky getting this championship, but Braxton's definitely got the skill to be there. As to the inside goes Braxton DeWeese into turn 3. Terzak's going to wrap the top, see if he can make something happen. They're going to be side by side going down the front stretch at the line, give the advantage to DeWeese by a hair. Sailing it off into turns 1 and 2, running half a lane up is DeWeese. 2 lanes up is Terzak down the backstretch. That's going to give the momentum to Terzak, but DeWeese right there with him on entry. Ships it down into 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Great racing side by side by our 2 championship leaders. That time, give the advantage to Terzak. DeWeese once again, but it looks like Terzak might get clear here coming off the corner. DeWeese gets loose. Big moment there. Slots back in line. Oh, man, what defense by Kyle Terzak. That is hard to do in these late model stock cars.
Yeah, making the top work. And, yeah, kind of surprising. You've seen pretty much all the passes happen on the bottom. And I thought once Braxton got there, it was game over. He was going to get up here and lead. But, yeah, that 15 turned up the wick and able to defend that lead for now.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in defense from Kyle Terzak there. Gonna be really tough for Braxton to make something happen now that we know that Kyle can make the outside work. Justin, what more can Braxton try here to try to get this move done?
Hit him.
That's always an option.
I mean, yeah, damn. All right, sure, go for it. I'm sure Ryan Hinkle would love that. Side by side here, Benson Weaver and James Danforth. Benson Weaver has caught and gotten to the inside of James Danforth here. I am a true B Weaver, and that's going to move Benson up into P6. You know how much money I pay for that boy to wreck my car every week? Too much. I'm going to talk about him. Down the back.
Car in the wall here. Is that Phillips?
The one car in the wall?
I think it was 56, but yeah, no damage, it don't look like, but he did tag it a little bit. I saw the smoke coming out. Right now, he's single file. You don't need to be pushing it up there that hard, you know? It's mind the P's and Q's. There he is. He's in it again. So it's something to watch here.
Listen, Johnny, stop.
You know, I had a chance to talk a little bit with Jacob Phillips during the week this week, and he told me that he just can't figure out the race runs in this car. Not quite what he's best at, but he's doing all right. He's up there tonight. Where's he sitting right now? P4, that's great. He's just got to figure out how to not run it 100% every lap, and he's going to get this figured out real nice. He did win that season opener after all. That wasn't a fluke. Now, granted, Terzak and DeWeese crashed, but it was a great run by him to be there at the end. So, always a guy that's got speed. Just one of those guys, kind of like we talked about with Amy, says James goes around out of turn 2. James the M4 sideways. Have to see what happened there.
Going back to take another look at this, battling with Benson Weaver for that 6th position. Danforth kind of runs that higher line, gets the cut off, and hits the apron. And around he goes.
That'll do it.
Happens to the best of us.
Nonetheless, this driver's been fighting some pretty loose conditions, and I'm surprised. Lap 50, this is where I'd come in and take my set, and it looks like Chris French is going to be the only taker that's going to do that. So we'll keep an eye if he does take his tires, but he's the only one on pit road right now.
Yeah, how much fall off have we been seeing, Justin? Is it noticeable?
It's not too much, but you know, if this thing runs green the rest of the way, I'm sure Chris French is going to be one happy camper.
Absolutely. Ryan Hinkle getting another lucky dog. That's going to bring him to 2 laps down, I believe, or 1 lap down, right? 2 laps down.
So we are going to take this moment. We have been pretty We haven't been on the ball with this one, but Evan Pienta Designs is our pole award sponsor for this series here, so we're going to take just a second to go side by side with him. We'll be right back on the other end for the restart here at North Wilkesboro. All right, back here live. We do appreciate Evan coming on board here, helping us out both series, sponsoring the Evan Pienta Designs Pole Award. We are doubled up yet again here. Lights are out on the pace car. Coming down the backstretch, it's once again going to be Kyle Terzak on the inside and Braxton DeWeese on the outside.
Thank you, Johnny. Just also, once again, Evan Pienta makes the awesome race logos that you see every week. The UNO Championship Week bracket, for example. He's great. Love that guy. Shout out Evan Pienta Designs. Back in the restart box, Kyle Terzak fires pretty late. Still going to be well clear of Braxton DeWeese as Braxton and Aiden Neese yet again side by side for the second position. Aiden Neese wrapping the bottom. Braxton DeWeese going to get a good run off the top, though. Going to clear Aiden going into 23, but Aiden sticks it back on the inside, trying to get something done here. They're going to be side by side down the front stretch. Oh, Aiden nearly into the left rear Braxton there as Braxton ships it off into 1 and 2. Jacob Phillips sideways off the corner. What a save as Devin Jack gets to the inside now of Jacob Phillips. He was sideways there for a second, guys.
Well, that was good heads-up driving by Devin Jack there, because he could have easily cleaned out Jacob when he was trying to save that race car.
Yeah, Devin Jack and I are one of those guys, just like Jacob, doesn't have the results to show for the pace of his head. He is so consistently fast every week, no matter what he does. And now you see him side by side. Oh, around goes Benson Weaver off the bumper of Dylan Potts, collects Robert Brobst. What a travesty.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
I wasn't ready for that. We're going to take a look here. We see battling here with Dylan Potts. Yeah, it looks like maybe Dylan just got a little too low, a little too hot into the corner. We're going to go on board with Dylan and take another look at this.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Dylan Potts, my hero.
Let's see what's going on. That's so rude, Captain. Dylan Potts.
Hey, commentators curse, man.
On the outside.
That is a real thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Right off the corner, and Dylan Potts, just takes a page right out of Carson Hocevar's notebook, sends Benson Weaver around, and then drives right around the accident like nothing happened.
Man, I'll tell you, though, if he would have went a little bit lower, that would have been a good move. Benson gave him the room. He just kind of missed the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. That's just one of those. That's just, and that's honestly, it's one of the joys of auto racing is that we get these moments where, people just overstep their bounds a little bit. And that's what you saw right there with Dylan Potts. Nothing negligent, nothing intentional, clearly. Just, overestimating a little bit, getting in a little hot, and live to fight another day.
See, my dad in the chat here reminding everybody that it is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I think it is. Or was it yesterday?
It's tomorrow. I'm getting married on that day. I can tell you for a fact it is tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations to you, too. But
thank you. Yeah, it's me and Justin.
Yep. You would be surprised because you'd think he'd be marrying Benson Weaver.
That's terrible.
Yes, well, we got some time. We need to get some more people in the chat here, Man, do you think we're going to get another caution? What lap do you think the next caution is going to be on? Let us know. I think we're going to get maybe a 10-lap run and then another caution. Kind of similar to what we've seen, but...
You must be in the Ryan Hinkle fan club.
Well, don't forget to join us in the chat. Get that free trading card pack and not custom. But it also goes to whoever talks the nicest about commentators.
So true, especially me. Off at turn 4, pace car is off, field in the hands of Kyle Terzak. Again, let's see if he can nail this restart once more. And he does. What a restart for Kyle Terzak. Well clear going into turn 1. Aiden Neese looking to the inside of Braxton DeWeese. Not quite going to get there as they're side by side behind. That's Devin Jack and Jacob Phillips. Devin Jack on the outside, Jacob Phillips on the inside. They are bottlenecked behind Aiden Neese right now. Jacob Phillips would have been clear, but a little bit more room in front. He had to check up in the middle of the corner there. Someone smoked the wall. Devin Jack trying to drive around the outside, hangs it tight on the door. Oh, Jacob Phillips goes around on the backstretch off the door. Oh, no.
Yeah, I seen Jacob Phillips just leaning on Devin Jack, and Devin Jack just gave him a shot off the corner.
Yeah, taking another look at it here, just as you said, running them really high here. And this might be, yeah, right here. Yeah, Devin gets a little loose too. And yeah, they just make contact. A slow spin for 56. One thing to note is that the number 5 received another black flag.
You're going to want to take a look at this. Braxton DeWeese just brought his car down pit road. So Braxton has split the strategy, brought it down for tires. He's making the call now, says now is the time to go.
Well, what does he have to lose, right? I mean,
yeah.
Halfway through the race, too, you know, it's prime time. Brings a couple cars down with him. We have the 88 of James Danforth, and it looks like Jacob Phillips and, well, Robert Ropes is still serving a penalty or maybe fixing some damage in the pits here.
Looks like Braxton DeWeese is going to opt for the 4 tires instead of the 2 like Chris French did. Same with James Danforth. And Jacob Phillips looks like he was able to get a lot of his damage fixed. Still got some right front damage. Came out actually in front of Braxton DeWeese, James Danforth, but I think he's going to get the EOL penalty. It's going to put him towards the back on this restart. But I'm going to be curious to see. We're going to keep an eye on this 8 because I think he's going to drive through the field quicker than we think. I mean, we've seen Terzak pretty much went from 12th to 4th in a matter of like less than 10 laps. I expect the same.
What do you think he does something crazy and cool on this restart, or is he going to play it safe and just try to pick these guys off one at a time?
I mean, Brex is a pretty safe and conservative driver too, so I think he'll take it easy. But I mean, if he wants a shot to win this thing, he's going to have to make the passes, you know, fairly quickly. And I mean, he's going to have to be aggressive.
Absolutely.
I mean, he kind of already knows Terzak has this wrapped up. But hey, man, I mean, it's the last race. Go for the win.
Go for broke. You're right. Lick the stamp, send it. Danny Rick style. Let's do it. Pace cars off, fields in the hands of Kyle Terzak. Aiden Neese on the outside this time. Let's see if Aiden can get a better jump than Braxton. Robert Bropes has parked his car for the night. Weird looking restart there out of Kyle Terzak.
Aiden Neese started in the second row. Didn't even start up besides Terzak, and that gave Terzak a huge advantage.
Yeah. Kyle Terzak yet again. A great restart as Braxton DeWeese is slicing and dicing his way through the field, already up to second at 7. And he's got his eyes on Chris French in front of him as well as Dylan Potts. To the inside of Chris French into 1 and 2. Probably going to get this move done relatively easily. Yeah, by the time they're to the exit of the corner, he's well clear. He sets his eyes on Dylan Potts ahead of him. And guys, he is just carving his way through this already. What a drive by Braxton DeWeese so far. And he's still got 59 laps, 58 laps to go. So he's definitely got time.
I think what would help him in just a matter of, like, we've been having these just quick turn yellows, and I think that's really kind of what he's kind of counting on because, you know, it gives you a quick reset, cool the tires back off, and everybody's bunched back up, gain another couple positions on a quick restart. And I think maybe that's what he's kind of hoping for, but things are starting to kind of single file out except for this battle back here you see on the screen. Looks like Jacob Phillips underneath Chris French. But yeah, they're kind of single filing out here in the top 5.
Yeah, Phillips and French right there side by side as now Jacob Phillips sets aside on Jacob Nickerson down the front stretch trying to get something done. Braxton DeWeese putting a lot of pressure right now on Dylan Potts, though, gets to the inside. Those guys are almost side by side, not quite. Look at Braxton send it down to the inside there. Yep, down the front stretch, looking to the inside. wraps the bottom. Dylan Potts on the high side, going to get a great drive off the corner, but Braxton on those fresh tires is able to wrap the bottom really well. Still not quite getting by him as quickly as I thought he'd be able to, but they're going to be side by side down the front stretch right there. Dylan Potts nearly tags the wall. Looks like he might have, actually. And going into 1 and 2, those fresh tires going to start to pay difference here as Dylan tries to hold him off around the outside, but it's just, I think it's a losing battle. Yep, there it is. Braxton DeWeese move him up to P5 as he sets his sights on Benson Weaver in the #1 UNO podcast machine.
Yeah, right now, if you're Braxton, or if I'm Braxton, I got to be thinking about those tires because the way this race has been going, we're going to have another caution, and you don't want to use up the good in these ones. Obviously, you're going to get some track position when everybody else pits, but got to save a little bit of the good in those tires for a potential late race restart.
Yeah, here's some drama on the radio right now between Jacob Phillips and Jacob Nickerson. Huge gap there. Those guys must have gotten into it now. As we see Ryan Hinkle starting to recover a little bit, trying to move his way forward. As Chris French just falling back a ton after taking those tires into the wall right there. Running 11th right now, second to last car on the track. I wonder what's going on with Chris French. Justin, do you think he just got those tires too early and took all the good out of them?
Yeah, I mean, he's got quite a bit of right front damage, too, and may have knocked the toe out on that car from kicking the wall a few times, so handling might not just be there, even with the tires.
Sure. Back up at the front, Braxton DeWeese continues to track down Benson Weaver for the 4th position, getting closer every lap, and you have to imagine one of these laps he's going to send it. Oh, look at him going around the outside, trying to build that run down the backstretch. He's going to turn down off the corner here, try to get to the inside of Benson Weaver going into 3, and does. Sends it into turn 3. Benson Weaver a lane and a half up. Braxton might get clear here. Does. Braxton DeWeese clear, moving up to P4. Good march forward right now for
we got
Braxton. Wreck.
Cam Gillens is spun in 1 and 2. No yellow, and there's yellow,
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at that one.
Cam Gillens was back here running. Yeah, he was back here running behind Chris French and just lost it going into turn 1.
Yeah, drivers have been fighting these loose conditions all night long. A little touch to the inside wall there, and
they've gone and done it. Kyle Terzak, Aiden Neese, Devin Jack, all on pit road.
Yeah, but see, I think this is really going to play into Benson's favor because he didn't have that many laps on those tires when he came down pit road. So
I agree, Benson's great.
I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, Benson's great, man. Keep talking about him. You meant Braxton, but it's okay.
Yeah, Braxton. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Braxton, I think you're right. I mean, what is that? 15 laps maybe on the tires? And Terzak took right sides only, I believe, there.
Yeah, the big thing that's going to make or break this race for Terzak or Braxton is just how fast that 15 can get through the field. We saw Braxton kind of carved his way through at the beginning of that run, but then kind of evened out. It's like Kyle's going to be starting 6. So he's got 5 cars to get through to get back to the lead.
Absolutely. Well, Justin, we're more than happy to welcome you into the B Weaver fan club. We heard you glazing him there for a second. So as the chapter president, I'd like to welcome you in. Yeah, I think this has played out perfectly for him. 18 laps on the tires right now, 15 of them under green. It's going to be tough for Terzak to make his way through the field. We saw how hard it was for Braxton even to make a couple of those passes with a car that was still on decent pace. So it's going to be fun to watch here as lights are out on the pace car. Benson Weaver to the outside of Braxton DeWeese. First time Braxton's going to get a restart on the front row tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays into his hands. Pace car is off. Braxton DeWeese will have to see where he fires in the box. Kyle Terzak's going to line up third car on the outside. Braxton DeWeese, he got me all messed up there. Braxton DeWeese with a great jump there. Side by side for second is going to be Benson Weaver and Jacob Phillips. Jacob Phillips, another guy on newer tires, pit the same time as Braxton and James Danforth. Those guys all up here at the front now. As Benson Weaver still a little bit older tires on that race car, so it's going to be interesting to watch. Aiden Neese, the first car on the fresh tires, making some bold moves there in front of Kyle Terzak as they're nearly 3 wide down the backstretch. Aiden Neese trying to get by Benson Weaver fast so he can start chasing down Jacob Phillips and Braxton DeWeese. And Aiden Neese is clear there of Benson. Now Kyle Terzak lets it clear of Benson Weaver. Looks like he might do it. Yep, gets clear there. Aiden Neese hounding Jacob Phillips, trying to find a gap, gets to the inside here. Sends it down the inside of turn 3. And he's going to get clear. Move Aiden Neese up to P2. Here comes Kyle Terzak on the inside of Jacob Phillips now. Braxton DeWeese might have tagged the wall there, it looked like. Now it's going to be Braxton, Aiden, and Kyle. Aiden and Kyle have a lot newer tires than Braxton, but we're going to see if he's able to hold them off. I believe those two also only took 2 tires from the correct, right, Justin?
Yeah, they did, but man, they are definitely reeling in Braxton, and I hope Braxton's just up there taking it easy because he's going to have to fight hard to get those 2 behind him.
Absolutely. I don't know which one of you knows this. There was only 1 set of tires in the pits, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so they've taken their 1 set. James Danforth and Dylan Potts side by side back there as Kyle Terzak gets to the inside nearly of Aiden Neese. Guys, I think we might have a 3-car fight here soon. Because Aiden is trying to track down Braxton, but Kyle is not letting up. Kyle wants to get by Aiden now, nearly gets into the rear bumper of Aiden Neese. One thing we know about Aiden Neese, when you get contact with him, he starts to see red, and that's not something you want to have if you're trying to make your way around him. Justin, if you're Kyle Terzak here, are you trying to get this done now, or do you want to let these 2 battle a little bit and take some more good out of their tires?
I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter because he's kind of stuck right now behind these 2 because he's got Aiden who's playing offense and defense all at the same time as Terzak's going to throw it under, and Aiden has no choice but to just give it up.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Kyle Terzak. Immediately to the bumper of Braxton DeWeese. Look at that. Now he's looking to the inside, not quite able to get it done yet. You know, I think those laps might have taken some of the good out of Braxton's tires because look at how fast Kyle Terzak is here. He was a full 2/10 faster than Braxton last lap, and that was with passing Aiden Neese. Off the corner, still side by side, but Kyle's going to ship it off into turn 1 here, down to the bottom. Gets it done, and guys, what's better, prime 2025 Connor Zilish or 2026 late models Kyle Terzak? Because my gosh, this guy is just incredible.
Yeah, that was a wild pass. I mean, threw it in there, just completely pulled the slider, and then was able to get the run off the corner that maintained staying in front of Braxton. So, yeah, that was a crazy move.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic bit of racing there out of Kyle Terzak. Exactly what we expect out of him, and it's why he's the champion. You know, just consistently fast, smart, doesn't get into a lot of incidents. You've got Devin Jack and Chris French side by side back here. Good battle out of these guys. Chris French might have gotten some of that damage fixed. Pitches Devin Jack a little bit. Devin on the inside still. Take a look at the tires. These guys are on equal tires right now, but Chris trying to get it done around the outside. Devin's holding on to the best of his ability. These guys are, by the way, battling for 3rd in the championship. I think Chris has it pretty well wrapped up, but still it's a pride thing for Devin. He definitely wants to beat Chris French tonight. Is also side by side at the front, Braxton DeWeese and Aiden Neese. Aiden Neese on the outside of Braxton DeWeese. Braxton trying to hold on to that position. Aiden trying to get it done around the outside, something we haven't seen. Braxton sideways through the middle of the corner. Gonna leave the door open for Jacob Phillips nearly. No. Maybe. Oh, Jacob Phillips right to the rear bumper. Not quite able to get to the inside of Braxton there. That was close.
I wasn't anticipating the tire fall off as much on Braxton there as much as we've seen. I mean, I'll admit I was wrong.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, go buy a lottery ticket. That's the first time we've ever heard that on this program. Yeah, I wonder if he just might have taken all the good out of his tires, trying to get through the field as quickly as he did, you know, and just ate the life out of them. These tires are so sensitive to heat, so It's possible, but Jacob Phillips continuing to hound Braxton DeWeese here. I believe it would be the first race that Braxton DeWeese does not finish on the podium if Jacob Phillips is able to get this move done. He is searching all around this racetrack. And by the way, still want to point out, Chris French and Devin Jack are still side-by-side. Have been side-by-side this whole time. Haven't stopped being side-by-side. Together putting on a masterclass in side-by-side battles. So we're still not looking at the battle between Devin Jack and Chris French as they finally get it sorted out. Side-by-side behind Jacob Phillips, there it is, has gotten almost to the inside of Braxton. Not quite there. Jacob, I think, is the faster car right now, guys, but Braxton is just making it so hard on him. He really wants this podium. Jacob wrapping the bottom there, trying to get the run down the back, but Braxton's just not leaving him enough room and not leaving the door open.
Yeah, the whole field is pretty much split all up in groups of two. You got Terzak and Aiden, Phillips and DeWeese. You got Benson and Potts, Devin and Chris. Just got little two-car battles all over the whole track here.
Yeah, even Danforth and Hinkle back there are right with each other. That's a really interesting bit as Jacob Phillips gets to the inside of Braxton DeWeese finally, coming through turns 3 and 4. Jacob gets it pointed straight off the corner as Dylan Potts tagged the wall back there. Jacob Phillips trying to get it done. Braxton's trying to hold that momentum around the outside, seeing if he can hold on to the final podium position. But Jacob Phillips, hard charging on the bottom. Grabs the bottom. Braxton's trying to hold it, but I think this might be a move about done and dusted for Jacob if he can chip it off deep into this corner. They're still side by side. What a battle between these guys here. I mean, we've talked several times about Jacob Phillips being the only person other than Braxton and Kyle to win a race this season. So, not really a surprise to see him up here. I'm sure, oh, Braxton sideways off the corner. Oh my gosh. And that's just going to be destroying that right rear tire, right, Justin?
Yeah, both Braxton and Phillips were completely sideways off that corner. These guys are racing hard, trying to gain that last podium position. Come talk with us in the booth, but when we're coming down to 19 laps to go here, and who's it going to be? Phillips gives Braxton a little kiss there, going to the corner, gets him sideways. They keep it going.
If they don't sort this out, Dylan Potts is going to get there. And there it is, Dylan Potts to the inside of Jacob Phillips. Potts now on the same tire strategy, or actually on a different tire strategy. He's got those fresher tires, same as Terzak and Aiden Neese. Look at the insides. We've got 3 wide back in the pack. Benson, Weaver, Chris French, and Devin Jack. We're 3 wide on the entry to turn 1. Or turn 3, I should say. No clue how they managed to make that stick. As Dylan Potts gets by Jacob Phillips, there's battling happening all over this racetrack. Side by side, Potts and Phillips as well now. As Devin Jack looks to the inside of Benson Weaver, I don't know what to call, guys. Jacob Phillips holding off Dylan Potts, trying his best on the inside. Potts with those slightly fresher tires, trying to get the move done. Around the outside, maybe not quite. Dylan Potts is putting on a great show for us here. Pinches Jacob down, tries to get the run up off the ground. And there goes Benson Weaver, half spun around the corner. I think that's off James Danforth, right?
Yeah, just got turned right off the nose of Danforth, like you'd mentioned, off into turn 1. There was a lane open, and Danforth took it.
Yeah, well, I saw his face. Now I'm a B Weaver. That's unfortunate to see right there. Up at the front, do we have a camera on Dylan Potts? Yeah, he's gotten clear of Jacob Phillips. Now trying to run down Braxton DeWeese for the final podium position. Gonna be hard-pressed to get that done. He's got 14 laps to get it done. Let's take a look at the lap time this time by. Braxton does a 19:168. Dylan Potts a 19:169. Oh, Dylan Potts up into the outside wall. Gonna leave the door open for Jacob Phillips, who gets him clear going into turn 2. Small mistake there from Dylan Potts is going to set him back quite a bit on that quest for the podium. Whoa, Dylan Potts.
Jacob may be able to try and get one more stab at the 8 for the podium before this is all said and done with this. We come to 11 laps to go, and Terzak takes the flag here. Now keep in mind, Braxton, DeWeese, and Phillips back there for 5 seconds, almost 5.5 seconds behind Terzak. Terzak has just pulled away from this group.
Yeah, that is very impressive, but it's exactly what we expect out of Kyle Terzak, honestly. Aiden Neese doing a good job hanging there. Still about, you know, a tenth a lap slower, but hanging on best he can. Jacob Phillips, I just don't think is he faster? Let's check the speeds this time by. Braxton does a 1928, Jacob with a 19.2 flat. He's going to get faster. He's going to be there. Just a matter if he can get the move done. Catching him is one thing, passing him is another.
Well, we already seen that these guys are not afraid of a little contact. So, last race of the season is Cam Gill's around in turn 1 and 2 again. Same corner that bit him earlier. This is going to stack things back up.
Once again, back to the scene of the crime. Let's see what happened this time. We see that 07 machine right around here. I'm not sure exactly where he was before the incident, but going down into turn 1. Yeah, I think just steps out, man. And another great job locking it up, but yeah.
Yeah,
was there anybody with tires left?
Good question.
We're going to see, well, pit road opened up, I believe. Oh, no, pit road is still closed, so we'll see next time by who has that extra set. But, man, that extra set and only really 10 to go maybe when we cross, or excuse me, like 5 to go when we take the green. I don't know if it'll be enough.
Yeah, they've only had about half a second to fall off. No one has fresh tires. I'm looking at stints here. The guy on the oldest tires is Benson Weaver with 61 laps on his tires. I'm sure he's not be weaving in those tires right now, unfortunately, with that many laps on him. But I think that we're in for a show here, guys. Jacob Phillips is fast. He's going to line up on the outside of Braxton there.
I'm going to tell you, on this restart, if he doesn't have another horrible restart like he had a little bit ago, Aiden Neese, I mean, he's had the speed to keep up with Terzak. It was only about a second behind him when that caution flew, so we'll see if we may still have a shot at getting a new winner, and it may be that 45.
Yeah, I mean, and there's also another thing to think about. We know that if there's anyone not afraid to rough someone up and not care about the consequences, it's Aiden Neese.
That's not very nice to say.
The man is aggressive, and he's good at it. You know, I'm just saying, if Terzak takes his nose off, I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden, you know, voices his displeasure, let's say.
Well, nonetheless, Aiden's going to have to capitalize on this restart. I mean, better than perfect. I mean, he's going to have to time it absolutely perfect to even have a shot at Kyle going into turn 1 and 2. I think that's going to be an opportune time to do it if he's going to have a shot at it.
Yeah, and that's not something anyone's been able to do against Kyle Terzak this entire season. That's been his hallmark, is nailing these restarts. So, pace car is off. Coming to 3 laps to go? 4 laps to go? 4 laps to go. Kyle Terzak. Oh, Aiden Neese, what a jump. Aiden Neese stays with him. Going to be on the outside going into turn 1. Kyle's going to ship it off in, but Aiden Neese around the outside trying to stay with him. Going to try to build the momentum off the top as James Danforth is around a little further back. Not going to get going.
Wow.
Oh,
Aiden
my
Neese,
God.
man. I mean, that was the perfect start. You couldn't have gotten any better of a restart as anticipated. And, man, that was perfect. But that's a bummer that the caution came out because it looks like, go back and take a look. I think Benson Weaver was involved in this, but we'll see. They set off into turn 1 here. And Benson Weaver, yeah, just gave the 88 there just a little kiss in the middle corner. I think maybe that was a little bit of payback from earlier.
Why has God forsaken him? Yeah, just one of those moves where Danforth and him got together earlier. I'm sure that's got to be what it is. Just a little nudge there. Not much harm. They were all running kind of near the back, so, you know, we'll see. And we've just got the message. This is the final caution. We're coming to a green-white checker here. So, it's going to be on Aiden Neese to, once again, roll a nat 20 on the restart here and stay even with Kyle Terzak. It's low odds.
That was the perfect restart. And yeah, it's a bummer. Now he's going to have to redo it all again. And I know Terzak's looking back and going, okay, what can I do different? Because he kept up with me on that last restart. So I think Kyle's going to shake it up here.
Well, and that's the thing with Kyle Terzak. That's why he's so good, is every restart is different with him. We've seen it all season long. No two restarts work out the exact same. It's one of his strengths is the fact that he has not been contested on a restart all season.
Until then.
Until Aiden Neese, with 4 laps to go in the championship race. We're going to see what Aiden Neese can do here. And then, behind them, this battle between Phillips and DeWeese for the final podium spot could get spicy. Lights are going to be out on the pace car. Field is going to double up for the final restart of the SRL late model stock season.
Well, I consider everything that's going on too. Aiden needs to attack right away because if we get another yellow, that is going to throw the checker, but he needs to be in front of that 15 at any point. So this is it.
The final time this season, the pace car is off. Field in the hands yet again of Kyle Terzak. Aiden Neese on the outside, trying to be perfect again. Green flag is out, and not quite as good of a restart out of Aiden Neese there. Kyle Terzak going to be well clear going into turn 1, exactly what he needed. Braxton DeWeese gets clear of Jacob Phillips, but Jacob Phillips looking to do the crossover move. 3 wide nearly behind Chris French and Dylan Potts, but down the backstretch, it's Braxton DeWeese taking a look at Aiden Neese, going through 3 and 4, trying to cross him over here. No, quite. He's got to the inside as the white flag is out for the final time. Braxton DeWeese on the bottom of Aiden Neese here, looking to hold on to the podium. Aiden Neese looking to hold on to second place. Jacob Phillips in waiting for the final time in turns 3 and 4. Braxton sends it in nearly to the bumper of Aiden Neese, but Aiden Neese is going to hold on. Kyle Terzak wins the race and the championship as Aiden Neese brings it home second, and Braxton DeWeese rounds out your podium. What a finish for a final race of the season. We've got some beef on the track between Chris French and somebody.
Yeah, him and Dylan Potts had a little something going on there on the back straightaway, but
oh yeah, we need to, if we could potentially get a replay of that on the cooldown lap, down the backstretch, we should absolutely take a look at that after we check out Kyle Terzak's sick burnout here. Watch that back and see what Chris French is so mad about, but after the incident, we had Chris French and Dylan Potts door slamming on the cooldown lap. Bit interesting to see. Yeah, definitely a little bit of frustration going on between those two there. Not sure what could have happened there, but you know, we'll have to see.
Well, either way, right now we're going to step away for just a moment to hear from our partners at Whiplash SimCams. Be right back on the other end for our top 3 interviews.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk now to your third place finisher. That is Braxton DeWeese in the number 8 machine. Braxton, we really thought that that was the pit call that was going to win you this race. What went wrong?
Well, to be blunt, a self-spin in the back is pretty much what caused it, but it happens. It's a part of racing. I've definitely had situations like that, but it definitely stings a little bit when your opportunity is gone just like that. But definitely felt a little bit better. Their setup was a little bit more on the loose side. I probably should have taken 2. Just in general, I took 4 just to see what would happen there, and 2 is just the way to go, just no matter what.
Yeah. Well, it was a... Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it was a great season for you. Pretty much, aside from the dominance that was Kyle Terzak, I mean, we were talking about you just as much, So sum up this season for us. Tell us what you thought. Tell us what you made of the whole thing. And you're going to join us next season for the Gen 6 cars.
I'll probably be joining the next Monday and Wednesday leagues. Trying to go for both championships. That was the goal, to be able to try to do that this year. Well, we were just shy of it. We still have one race to go and still have an opportunity to lose it on Wednesday, but if we have a solid run, we'll be able to wrap it up for the Wednesday league. But nonetheless, we were still up here and had an opportunity if anything went wrong with Kyle. Just learning what to do strategy wise. It can, like right there, if I just waited a little bit, it would have been beneficial. I probably would have been maybe 1 spot better, but either way, just got to learn a little bit more with these cars, be able to contend with Kyle there for the wins and for the championship. But I think we'll have a solid run with the Gen 6 cars. If I'm not mistaken, the last time we ran them was for the summer series about 2 years back or something like that, and I was able to get the championship for that. So we'll see how we do. 2 years can definitely make a difference, so hopefully we improved and we can better our results there. But got the trucks on Wednesday. Never really had much luck or good results with the truck as I'd like, but definitely a good opportunity to see what we can do.
Absolutely. Well, Braxton, for the final time this season, who's getting it done for you? Run us through your list.
Yeah, big shout out to DeWeese Renovations. Dad's been working on the real race car a good bit. I've been doing some stuff to it too, so hopefully we have some stuff figured out, and hopefully we can be a little bit faster and be at a point where we can just start improving and learning as much as we can. It's always definitely the goal, especially as early on in my career in real racing. It's going to be my 3rd ever race here, March 28th, and it's going to be my one and only time visiting Sportstrom this year, so definitely got to do some studying, make sure we're on top of it during the practices, qualifying, and getting ready for the race. So big shout out to DeWeese Renovations, definitely a big help with that. As well as Interstate 4, Dudip's Ice Cream Shop, Steak Time, Ellen's Arts Images, Elevated TV, Ghost Train, Wooden Nickel Band, Evan Piano Designs, Our Pete's House in Winchester, Indiana, Brand Oakley Race Cars, and everybody that tunes in to the broadcast for Monday, tonight, and Wednesday. Hopefully we can be a couple spots better, come home with the win at Chicagoland, come home with the championship. I think there's a trophy for Wednesday. I have no idea what it looks like, but boy, am I really eager to see what it looks like. Either way, we're going to try to go out there and go for a race win, and then everything else will take care of itself. So for the last time in the late models, the Triple J's, I appreciate y'all. Definitely wasn't as many wins as I was wanting, but one's better than none. So appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all around.
We appreciate you, Braxton. That is Braxton DeWeese, 3rd place tonight, 2nd place in the championship. Great run. We'll talk to you hopefully a lot in the next Monday series. And Justin, I believe you've caught up with our 2nd place finisher. That is the man that I accidentally dubbed a wrecking ball once or twice. That's Mr. Aiden Neese, Justin.
Yeah. Well, you could tell you have the biggest fan in the booth here. Aiden, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah, Jimmy Marr's your biggest fan, in case you haven't heard. But hey, man, second place tonight. And I'm gonna tell you what, that 45 had a lot of speed tonight. Run us through a little bit of what happened there.
Yeah, honestly just needed more. Felt like I could use the 2nd to 3rd lane, turns 1 and 2, to get some momentum, but just 3 and 4, I was just too tight. I could not get to throttle like he was. Like literally every lap 3 and 4, I'm like throttle, and he's gone. So just needed a little bit more. I'm surprised Braxton fell off the way he did. I was expecting when he got tires, he was going to drive away through his field like me and Terzak did, but he didn't. And then I feel like I could have probably raced Terzak a little bit more earlier when we got our tires, but I just didn't need to. I was hoping they were getting to each other instead, though.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. One thing I noticed was that, unfortunately, the last restart didn't go your way, but that restart before it was just absolute money. Put you on the outside there, and I mean, did you think that you would have had something on that when you got to his outside?
Oh, absolutely. I think if it was right there, I would have been able to run close to the same lap times as him. If needed, I could get into him into 3 if I wanted to do that. But
I called it. I told you, Justin. That's exactly what I said.
but I was going to try the top, though, because I kind of did it on Braxton, and it worked better than I thought it was. I thought I was going to have to be up there for like 4 or 5 laps, and it was kind of a lap or 2. To be fair, Braxton did kind of get out of it, but you know, I think anything could have happened. Terzak, though, is just really good on the bottom, so I say that I'm pretty sure would have gone to the top, and he would have dusted me off. So,
well, I don't. Yeah, I would say that's about accurate. But hey, man, on that last restart though, what happened there? I mean, he had that perfect restart. Did he just catch you sleeping there?
basically, I was trying to see if I was going to do the exact same thing I did last time, and actually I did. I think Terzak did his restart better. I noticed the first time, he didn't get the throttle the moment I got backed out of it, and that was the reason why mine was super good. He kind of flipped it and back onto it full, but I was already back on the throttle. There, he did it way much better and just waited for me to blip the throttle, and the moment I did, then he went. So if he would have made the same mistake, it would have been fine, but you know, that time, nah, he got it.
Well, man, nonetheless, congratulations on the 2nd place finish tonight. But is there anybody you'd like to thank that kind of got you to where you're at this season?
I want to thank Scratch Kitchen by Ghostface, Parker Grading, Gene Home Solutions, Justin Brooks making this amazing throwback, and McDonald Riley Paint Schemes. Thanks to all y'all for broadcasting this, and SRL for just making this really good league. I mean, I've only been part of 2 late model leagues, but I mean, both of them, mainly this one, has just been phenomenal.
Well, thank you, sir, for those kind words, and to the league. And we definitely love putting on the show and love having you race with us. But hey, man, congratulations again on the 2nd place, and we hope to see you again next season when we kick off the Gen 6 here on Monday nights.
Maybe. I'm interested.
You know, come on in here, man. We need to go wrecking ball, as Jimmy Moore would say.
Yes, sir.
I say that with all the love in the world because I needed someone to spice this race up for a minute there.
Well, go
Don't worry,
celebrate.
I was going to
team,
try
man.
to.
I don't see. You can't get mad at me for it, Justin. He's a self-admitted wrecking ball when he needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. Well, man, go celebrate with the team, and we'll catch you next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There you have it, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, guys, I feel like we've been talking to him a lot this season. Let's talk to, God, that Discord thing makes me laugh every time. Let's talk to our championship winner, our race winner, our season dominator, Kyle Terzak. How you doing, Kyle?
We're here. Finally got it done. Season's over. Finally can rest now.
Well, glad to hear that. Sure. Thank you, Justin. Well, a little bit different of a race tonight. You actually got to see a little bit of different tire strategy planning out. Did you think, like we all did, that Braxton might have had it there when y'all had to come in later to take those tires?
At first I was kind of questioning myself, and then after that I saw that he wasn't really making up that much ground, so I kind of realized we made a good call there, and pitted with everybody else, and just charged through the front. That obviously Aiden was pretty good tonight, same with Braxton, everybody else was. So I just had to, get up there and, just get to the lead, and I did that pretty well. I feel like I had to set up Aiden, and he had trouble getting around Braxton, so I found a hole that I could, take and got past him, and then I feel like Braxton was just lacking drive with the older tires there, so Off the corner, I just was a rocket ship compared to him. But that was, I hate to say it, that was kind of the moral of the story for the season. Just whoever could take tires at the right time and have the track position.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we saw, with about 4 laps to go, for the first time all season, someone was able to match you on a restart. What did you think when you fired it off and you look to your right and you see, of all people, Aiden Neese side by side with you going through 1 and 2?
Did he get a black flag? Because he launched before me. So he launched before me, but he gave it back, so I don't have any issue there. It's just part of it. I do it all the time in officials. I mean, I always go first, and I drag the brake to where they beat me to the line. So that's just one of the little tricks I do. And these restarts, man, they're just all about games, really. Who can get the best restart, and especially if the leader. If you're the leader, you can do a lot on the restart. Like a couple times, I was actually doing pace speed is 45, and as soon as the pace car went off, I was at like 60, so I had to slam on the brakes and check everybody up. But yeah.
Well, Kyle, it's been a great season for you. Take us through some of your highlights of this season. I mean, obviously, plenty of wins, but what sticks out to you the most?
Probably, I don't really know. Obviously the 5 flags, even though I didn't win, that was amazing with the green flag pit stops. I wish I could do that every time, but Langley was good. All the races I won was good. Yeah, it's just, it's actually, it may seem like it's actually easy, but it really isn't. These guys are pretty good, and I kind of had a run for my money right there for a little bit. So, congrats to everybody who was, racing the season. And I don't even know what the champion gets, to be honest with you. I guess Johnny, do you know?
Yeah, you get nothing, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
You get some money, and you get a custom trophy built by the one and only Ellis Thomas. So that'll be sent. We'll send that your way here shortly. And congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I was just saying. I was just. Wow, that actually surprised me. To add on to that, I didn't have a throwback because I came straight from iRacing officials to this, and it would have been the last one from last season, anyways. But shout out to Justin Brooks for having that ready always. So yeah.
So tell me this: before the race, you put in the driver's chat that you didn't think you'd make it because your power was out. And then, right when the race starts, you said you might be having to hang out at the back because your connection was spotty. So, one last question. What the heck?
Yeah, so I'm in Virginia, so we had those really bad storms, and actually a tornado dropped down 10 miles away from me in the warm-up session. So we were hunkered down here in the basement. Actually, I actually moved all my stuff down here tonight for this race. So all my stuff is downstairs, so I gotta move it back upstairs after this. So
well, that's commitment if I've ever heard it.
Well, once you do 10 weeks or so of racing, and on the last night tornado conflicts with that, and you lose because of that, yeah, I would be pretty mad, but glad that didn't happen.
Fair enough. Well, Kyle, for the final time this season, who gets it done for you back home?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting this on. Good time all season. I might come back for the ARCA stuff, maybe the Xfinity stuff, or whatever happens next. So, big thank you for you guys for putting this on in the broadcast. ARCA Sub Shop for everything to do me on open side. Hot Shot Photography for the best iRacing photos. Terzak Racing on Facebook, Matthew Designs, Corey Buddy Raps, RNS Race Cars for the real life race cars, and everybody's watching back at home.
All right. Well, Kyle, it's been a pleasure all season. Thank you for being here. Thank you for racing with us. We look forward to hopefully seeing you in our next Monday league. Best of luck to you, and have a good rest of your night, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. That was your race winner, Kyle Terzak. Johnny, you got our final point standings for us. Or do you want to run through the race results first? I guess we can do that,
We're going to do
too.
the race results first, and then...
That makes more sense.
Yeah, we just talked to the top 3. Kyle Terzak, our champion, Aiden Neese with that strong run at the end, and Braxton DeWeese fending off Jacob Phillips for that 3rd and final podium position.
Yeah, Jacob Phillips with a strong run, nearly up to the podium, brings it home 4th. Chris French 5th, Devin Jack 6th, Dylan Pott 7th, James Danforth 8th, Benson Weaver 9th, and Ryan Hinkle brings it home 10th. Jacob Nickerson brings it home 11th, Cam Gillens in 12th, and Robert Bropes closed out the field 13th. Just a rough night in the office for Robert. Hopefully he'll be able to bounce back stronger in the next league that we do here in a few weeks. But before we get to that, let's round out our points finishers. Take a look at that. And it is, of course, Kyle Terzak at the top, brings home the championship with Braxton DeWeese in 2nd. Chris French finishes out 3rd with a strong run tonight. Devin Jack in 4th. Dylan Potts and James Danforth move up to 5th and 6th, respectively. We had Garrett Lane bringing home 7th, Jacob Phillips 8th, Robert Bropes 9th, Benson Weaver fell to 10th, Ryan Hinkle and Aiden Neese.
Yeah, that's going to be our top 12 here. An amazing season all throughout. And yeah, some tight battles came right down to the last race there. Definitely interesting. Once again, here is that trophy that Kyle Terzak has won by winning this championship. Back-to-back late model champions here in the formerly Spark, but now Slingshot Racing League. And yeah, definitely a force to be reckoned with in these late model cars. Coming up this Wednesday, we have the season finale of the UNO Grand National Series here with Slingshot Racing League at Chicagoland. It's going to be a lot of fun. We just got off of Bristol. Bristol was a blast. And then, yeah, starting up new season here for us, the on Slingshot TV here, the Smash Truck Series on Friday nights, 9 o'clock Eastern. You'll see it right here. We got a good group of commentators for that. See some of your regular Slingshot racers in the field as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. But here on Mondays, next season, we are going to be taking it to the 6th Gen Cup car. I'm very excited for this, the UNO Podcast Cup Series. Monday night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Great schedule, a lot of diversity there. Same, I think it's the 3 of us again next season, right, boys? Johnny, Justin, Jimmy. It's going to be a great time, except for I am officially, and I've made it clear, I'm running Watkins Glen. I will be in the car at that race. That is my favorite car track combo in all of iRacing. So I will be running that race, but we are greatly looking forward to that. That starts out April 20th. Be sure to join the Discord if you're interested. And then we've also got a new series coming for Wednesdays. That's going to be the UNO Podcast Truck Series. Another great series that we've got going on here. Got a dirt race thrown in there, a throwback race thrown in there, Daytona Road Course, finishing the season out at Homestead. It's going to be a great time. That race series starts at 8:30 Eastern on Wednesday nights. Be sure to check out our Discord info in the description if you are interested. We'd love to have you run those with us.
Absolutely.
Johnny,
we can't gloss over, I don't have a graphic for it yet, but we're also taking on the Road and Plate iRacing series, the Palm Rack Golf series. I think that starts maybe the week before all of those, but either way, that's going to be a lot of fun to take part in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny, you and I both run that series pretty regularly, so very excited to have Slingshot TV on board to showcase that great series. I think that rounds us out, doesn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, I think we have to touch on Weiser 8 winning the card pack here tonight. And yeah, other than that, I think we're ready to roll.
Well, gentlemen, it's been a great season. It's been a lot of fun up here in the booth with you guys. Can't wait to pick it back up next season. We want to thank UNO Podcast, that's me, by the way, for coming on to sponsor so many races this season. It's been fun to call these races with you guys. It's been great racing all around for all the series. We will see everyone next season. We hope you'll join us. For Justin Wilson and Johnny Rapp, I've been Jimmy Moore. And for the final time, have a great night, and we'll see you guys next season.